Okay, today is the 17th of November 2021. Today is Wednesday, and Warren Buffett been selling this year. All right, from the background pictures, you can see that Bitcoin is now spreading across America, and of course, Joe Biden have met up with Xi Jinping through, I think, Zoom. Okay, and of course, Warren Buffett has stepped in and tell the whole world that they have been selling for the last 3 quarters. And of course, the stock market now, people are getting very happy because market keep on rising up. But is this going to be the turning point soon? Well, I don't think there will be a big sell-off in the market, but I'm kind of confident to tell you that I suspect that today, tomorrow, or Friday, these 3 days, there will be a bit of profit taking. I repeat, there will be some profit taking. All right. The last time itself, when I say the market, there will be some profit taking, if you remember, that was, I think, was like 2 weeks ago, when the Dow Jones was at a high, and it did came down for 4 days, okay? Now, the last few days, the Dow Jones did recover a little bit, almost half of the losses, but the way the chart display, the selling seemed to be a little bit in control over the buyers, all right? I'm talking about the Dow, not the NASDAQ. So let's talk about this shortly towards the end before we go into the charting side. So there will be some interesting stuff to share with you, so take note of that. So disclaimer as applied as usual, guys, make sure that you know that I'm here to share stuff with you. Your job is to do your own risk assessment and trade according to plan, okay? Now, end of the day, no one will be a winner unless you know how to control your risk, because trading is all about risk management. If you can't control your risk, no matter how good the software can be, it will not be able to give you what you want, right? Agreeable? Yeah, so traders, kindly take note of that. This is going to be very, very important, yeah? Okay, all right. So now let's take a look at the market. Now look at this. This is from the Wall Street. You can see that this is Uncle Sam, or AKA Federal Reserve. Now it shows that Uncle Sam is actually going down the road. And of course, you can see that there are a lot of signs in the market, or signs along the way, wrong way, danger ahead, beware, caution, the scowl. So apparently itself, it tells you that the problem is ongoing, but the Federal Reserve doesn't care, because you must understand from their point of view itself, especially for Jerome Powell, if he wants to stay on as the next to stay on in term, he has to basically make sure that the economy don't collapse. So that's the reason why I keep on saying this. It's almost very difficult to expect the stock market to pull back like 20% or 30%. It's almost impossible. All right. I mean, we don't know about this what you call Black Swan event. Black Swan event is another catalyst on its another level on its own. But we're talking about seriously, if there's going to be any form of profit sell, any dumping. First of all, there's no reason to dump. Okay, so that's why you can see that people like Tom Lee is looking at 5,000. People like those from Morgan Stanley or Morgan Stanley, sorry, they are all looking at higher level and stuff like that. So that is why it's very difficult to actually be on the short side for now, unless it's just for momentarily profit taking and 1 to 2% pullback. Okay, now you can see that yesterday I already tell you about the market. Now look at it. I share with you guys my charting. I told you that I see the Hang Seng trading higher to 25,776. You can see that, right? I mentioned that, and the Hang Seng really went all the way up to 25,742. All right. So it shows again that that when we do our forecasting, my sharing itself is all primary using the chart, and my chart shows you all this stuff and important information, and hopefully that you guys have actually benefited from it, yeah. Go ahead. Just give me a short moment and let's reply a message from my mom. Okay. All right. So got the idea? Yeah. Okay. So once you get the idea, so let's take a look at this one, gold. Now, yesterday, I keep on reminding you gold will go up, right? I tell you gold will go up. Remember, those who remember, can you put a gold spot on for me? Because I mentioned that gold will hit 1876, a number from the chart. But it's not a high, it's not a low, it's a technical level that we call it as KCV. So I say that gold will hit 1876, and look at it, my goodness. Gold hit 1876 and then bang, came all the way down. Oh my goodness. It hit 1876 beautifully, no more, no less, one figure, And after that, gold collapsed all the way down to 1856. And the low itself was 1850 as of closing. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, spot on, right? Indeed, right? If you think that, I remember that I call you to tell you that it will go to 1876 and it's spot on. Kindly now, guys, give me all the gold spot on for me. All right, let me give you some marketing and let people know that we are pretty accurate. Now, I can say that my gold trading reasonable, okay? Reasonable, yeah? So as long as you follow me through and you do gold trading with us, I think that overall you should be doing okay, fairly okay, yeah? All right, thank you once again. Thank you once again, appreciate that. Okay, all right, there's a lot of messages coming in asking me about my direction for today. I'm going to share with you guys. I'm going to share with you, so don't leave too soon. I'm going to share with you my personal view of the market about today. Yeah, I'll share with you. Just give me a moment. Just clear up lots of messages coming in at the same time right now. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Kelly, Carrie, Susan, King, and Anthony. All right, thank you very much. Good morning to all of you once again. Okay, so go pretty spot on, yeah? Okay. Okay, oops. Okay, oops, something wrong. Okay, wait now. Okay, go. All right, so for Hang Seng Group itself, right, this morning we traded Hang Seng, didn't do that well this morning. We were down, yeah, because the market was pretty choppy. It did bottom out at the bottom of KDR -1, but you know, the profit wasn't enough to cover the losses. So today we are down. That's okay. Trading is like that. We will win, we will lose, right? But more important thing is, all right, we will win, we will lose. So very, very, very important. You can see that when we win, we actually post it up. We lose, we will inform you also, right? So of course, yesterday was a pretty decent day. We have 4 days in a row of profit. Then that's why today, technically, we have this being hit by the market. It's like almost like a repeated pattern. But don't worry, guys. From next week, you can invite your friends now, right? There'll be more information coming up on this, okay? Now, on the retail sales, okay, man, we have a stunner, right? Yesterday, the retail sale was 1.7%. Wow. It was much higher than we all expected. Everybody was looking at 1% or 0.9, 0.8 or 1.1 max top. But 1.7 is really high. And of course, that should propel the stock market higher, right? Well, if you look at the chart, it doesn't seem to show the same way. The market actually went up first initially, but after that, profit taking came in. So is it because they know that number will be good, they buy in advance? Well, it's all possible. So now the thing is, today is a working permit, all right? The working permit itself is a very flat indicator, so I don't really look at it much. But in terms of counting, it's considered to be the prime, one of the prime indicators. So I will not comment because I don't really know what is it used for. So I'll leave it there. Of course, you can see that it's the measurement or change of number or new building permit issued by government. So of course, if the number is higher, it's positive, huh? Yeah, crude oil inventory is something that I want to take note, right? Inventory side itself, right? The inventories have actually been 1 million per on a weekly basis, and this is whereby I'm actually looking at crude oil to be bottoming out in the near term. All right, recently it came down to about $79, $78. Yeah, I say that will be the target to meet, and I believe that energy will be going up again in the short term. Yeah, but of course tomorrow is the most important. Tomorrow is the initial jobless claim again. So tomorrow we will guess the economic figures game again. Tomorrow, not today. Yeah, okay. Now, this is the Dow Jones. You can see it's pretty incredible. It went up first almost 200 points, yeah, due to the retail sales. Then after that, the numbers came back down to 200. It went back up again and it stayed pretty flat at about 36,300 level. And then towards the last 2 hours, it came out. I told you before, and I shared this before 2 weeks ago, when a market is going to wake up, and usually if it stays flat or it maintains upside, that's a very positive tone. But if the market stays up and flat, and after lunch, yeah, lunch is here, it's hard to take profit, right? It's not a good sign. So of course, this downside is only 100 points, so nothing much to get too worried. But undeniable, if the market today breaks, example for our PWB student, if it breaks pivot 2, which is 36,094, then this level, if it breaks, that will be selling. I repeat myself, I can be upfront with you. If the Dow Jones breaks 36,094 on our TWB chart, right? I'll write down for you, 36,094. If the Dow Jones break below this figure, that will be selling these 2 days, okay? So you must take note of that. Now, currently, the Dow Jones is trading at 36,140 on on the CFD side. So we're still about 50 points from where we are right now, but watch out for this, okay? I suspect there could be some selling later today. Yep, okay, so that is my view. So let's take a look at what the news correspondents have to say with regards to what I just shared. S&P 500 rises after strong retail data. Home Depot leads the Dow higher. All right, let's take a look. Now, because of the strong October retail sale and the better than expected result from Home Depot and Walmart, basically gave all the consumer stocks, services all went up, okay? And you can see that the S&P now is basically within a striking distance of like another record. I think it'll be a 65th or 66th record already. So, okay, all good, right? All is good. Then you can see that the numbers there, online numbers are up. More people go online, as you can see. Home Depot says that because their net earnings have improved, a lot of people went back to, so-called usage of materials. And of course, Walmart, obviously, more people go back to buy more stuff because of the extra money they have. So overall, looks all good, right? Okay. But the thing is this, the stock pulled back 2.5%. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, it was up initially. Okay, then it was down. Okay, so what happened is that in this case itself, right, all the sales went up, but the stock actually came down. Yeah, so big question mark here itself, what happened then? But overall itself, right, the market is still very, very bullish. But because it's so bullish itself, right, a certain level cannot be broken. Yeah, because you can have sentiment being bullish, but the technical level, the technical part, the points cannot drop. If it drop, then we will have some selling. So Goldman Sachs came in and said, okay, don't worry, we should have a very bullish outlook. The chief US equity, David Kostin, I'll talk about him later. He expects that the growth to continue to go to 5,100, wow, by the end of 2022. So it's about 9% from where we are right now. So now again, with all the bullishness, now no one talk about 5,000 already. Now it's 5,100. My goodness. Now S&P 500 is trading at about 4,700. I mean, we are not even near to 4,800 to begin with, and everybody is calling for 5,000. You know, the type of thing is that you get my point, right? Right. We haven't not there yet, and yet you're calling like 400 points above the market now. 400 point S&P. Let me think about this. 400 points mathematically, let me just think of a calculator. Okay, averagely about one S&P points, about 8 points of Dow Jones. So 400 points of S&P multiplied by 8. Wow, another 3,200 points for the Dow Jones. That means that if a person basically, right, with 3,200 points, if I buy a 10 contract, wow, 3,200 points by 10 contracts, okay, I can make as much as $32,000 US. Oh wow, that's pretty good, right? If you do a bit more, I can buy and get a HDB flat already for almost 500,000 Sing. So when I see all this stuff and when the market's at a higher level, I just tell you saying just go slow. Okay, maybe we'll reach there later, but not immediately. So you have to read what the boys say. So he is saying that the growth profit should account for S&P, and the S&P EPS earning per share will grow by 8% to 226 and another 4% by 236. Wow. So they say that based on their own estimate, another 2% now is kind of like consensus figure. And of course, Tesla went up by 4% after and reversed all the losses on Monday, because we know Tesla share went down almost 20%. I've been telling you this. Tesla share come down to 994, you just buy. Yeah. So yesterday, Tesla share came down to 994, immediately it recovered to 1,050 again. This is what I'm telling you guys this. 20%, 994 is a very powerful level. You have to watch it, okay? So let's look at the Dow Jones last night. Incredible, once again, the Dow Jones hit both sides of the coin. Look at it. Now, the Dow Jones we have was a doji, right? It was a doji, supposed to be a directional day, but obviously this doesn't look nothing like a directional day to you, right? And the Dow Jones actually incredible. It hit both sides, my goodness. It hit both sides. It hit the pivot 1, it hit the pivot 2. Wow, this is kind of like incredible. The KSI was green in color. It was an uptick, right? So generally speaking, the market should go up, which indeed it happened now. So let's take a look what happened during the period. Let's take a look. So the Dow Jones initially was ding-donging and it was kind of resisted by the MLP. Then when it came down itself, right, you notice that it hit the pivot 2 and it stopped there. And then you notice this. This is the KSI jump. The KSI jump came in means the boys are in. That's why it's a buy, right? And then the price goes up. And this time around, you can see it's very different. It crossed the MLP and stayed there. And of course, we have a BNB at the high. And once the market crossed it, it went higher. So you can see the market went all the way up and stopped brilliantly at pivot 1. Now, all these numbers, the pivot 1 and pivot 2 are all numbers that's already available on your screen as early as 6, 7 a.m. in the morning. And yet the Dow Jones, which is an international market, really know where to stop. Where to stop. On the way down, recover. On the way up, rejected. So don't you find that this system is really amazing and crazy? So you think that this system is amazing? Can you put away TWB system amazing? All right, if you can do that for me, that'd be great. Key for me, these few words. TWB system amazing. All right, because it's really amazing. Imagine someone tell you that, hey, you know what? Today the number is 36,034 and 36,311. I give you two numbers, and the market actually hit the two numbers throughout the day itself. I mean, that is incredible, all right? And the two numbers, when they hit, right, one hit the bottom, recover, one hit the top, come back down. Don't you find that this is a bit scary now? So sometimes when I look at this, the way the system works and stuff, right, how accurate it's all these figures, right, kind of freak me out, honestly, I'll be honest with you, yeah? Yeah, because if anybody can tell me this before the market start moving, right, I think that will really, you know, your hair should jump up a little bit, yeah? Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Susan, Fred, Jake, Anthony, and myself. Yeah? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Han Yu. All right, appreciate that. And all of you think that will be the best. Yeah, that will be the best. Okay. Now we have Dow Jones. Let's look at gold. Oh my goodness, gold was even crazier, right? Now gold, we all know that yesterday gold opened below the MLP. KSI was green. There was no blue bars. It was an uptick. So very clear, when the gold stays above OP, we already tell you it will go up, and the figure that I gave was 1876.93. Now, some students ask me this question, Cal, although we saw 1876, but there's a back 0.93, why don't you put that number in? Now, I already tell you guys from very beginning, it's all right. We don't need to be precise, okay? Whole number will be good enough. So the whole number is 1876. All right, you don't need to like, wow, Cal, you must sell precisely at 1876.93. First of all, there's spreads involvement, all right? And every house is different. So that's why the whole number will be much more important, because we are not trading with just AIMS. We're trading with everyone, the whole entire world. So the whole number will be good enough, okay? Yeah? So what happened to the market? The gold went up above MLP and then went to 1876. And crazy enough, it stopped there. It stopped there and really returns back. My God, look at it, it'll come back down. Let's look at the chart, the 15-minute chart. I tell you, this will freak you out, guys. This will definitely freak you out. So take a look, my friends, take a look. Now, gold was just ding-donging the entire day. Then the first sign of movement comes in, which is the market touching the OP and recover. Okay, there was no KCX, there was no KSI, nothing at all. Okay, but when the price has to go higher, right, you can see it goes all the way up, and then it hit the beautiful level, and it did give the exact number, 1876.93. Oh my God. In fact, the high was 1876.95. And then after that, what happened to the gold price? It came back down. Oh my goodness. It just come crashing down all the way back to the pivot level. Really incredible, 1851. So this is really crazy, because if you look at it, the KSI jump came in here. It added one more round here. That means there was selling and selling on the market, and the market just came all the way down. So as long as you know that the boys are selling, you know that they're adding more shorts in the market. This is generally what happened to gold. And that's why this is incredible. Yeah, indeed, Susan, it tested our patient in the morning. We don't trade in the morning. Right? Remember this, we say already, don't trade. Yeah, in the afternoon, yeah, it tested our patient further before the profit was given. Again, this is how the boys do. The boys need to go in so they can get out. So that's why you have to be very patient with them, put a stop loss in time. Don't do funny stuff. Don't do discretional orders. You should be fine. All right, so that's happened to gold. Oops, okay, wait a minute. There's some PowerPoint issue. Moment. There we go. So Biden and Xi Jinping virtual meeting ends with both sides calling for more cooperation amid the tensions. Okay, we know that what's happening now between them, right? So Xi Jinping actually also compared the two countries like two large ships and need to move forward without colliding. All right, so they're trying to tell Joe Biden that let's not have any problem between us, okay? So really, of course, it doesn't make any economical sense for the two big guns to fight each other, right? So of course, we know that Beijing still want to take back Taiwan, but it's definitely going to be creating a bit of international problem. Yeah, so that's why they are very gentle on this area. They were like, talking about this, but there was no in-depth. So it was more like a meeting to just calm people down, but in a way that I don't think there's any constructiveness. But of course, they say there's wide-ranging, in-depth, candid, constructive, substantive, and productive. So, okay, let's hope it stays there. All right, now Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is another very interesting stuff. Now, last two weeks, many people around me have been buying Bitcoin. And I tell my friends this, 67,000, don't buy. 65,000, don't buy. 63,000, still don't buy. 62,000, no. I gave a figure, 56,000 or 58,000. So what happened? Bitcoin yesterday came down. So Bitcoin yesterday came down. It lost the 60,000 holding power. And you can see that as well, right? Okay, again, the news about the Chinese authority, I tell you this is BS because they did not talk about it. They just take old articles and put it in this time, right? I'll be upfront with you. So when I'm reading this article, I get a bit pissed off because other than the front part is correct, the back part is just old stuff. So in short, we know Bitcoin hit 68,999, okay, around there, 68,990.9, yeah? Okay, so to me is that this is very normal. So this guy called BJ, he says that right after a 7-week rally from 40K to 69K, it's normal for profit taking. I totally agree with that. Yeah, so we should see some profit taking. I already said and mentioned, I believe that Bitcoin will come down to 56,000 first. So based on what I did my computation, right? Bitcoin, this BTC, I write it down for you. BTC now probably is trading about 60,000 maybe. All right, it has to go down to 56,000 first. Then likely it will base out before a recovery, yeah? So that is my view on Bitcoin. At the moment now, Bitcoin is trading about 59,500, so my target is still 56,000. Well, I'll show it to you later on through the chart. That is my BNB minus 1x1 target, yeah? So what are the important market information that I need to share with you for today? There's a few. Please keep yourself right now on the toes. Now, Goldman Sachs says that year 2022 is going to be a good time, and the firm sees another strong year. So David Costin, all right, how does it look like? This guy, David Costin, okay? David Costin says that S&P will go to $5,100, 5,100, and it's a note to clients. So I wonder which clients are they referring to? Their premium clients or their normal clients? So profit growth has accounted for S&P. We talked about this earlier. And the company is still having an overweight rating. Overweight means still very bullish on technology, financials, and healthcare. Yeah. So this is the S&P chart from all the way last year. You can see that very clearly. We have a very powerful trend, and each time the market hits some technical point, the market will just be able to recover and go higher. Right. I'll show it to you a bit here and there. You can see this. This is what happened back then as well. Only when the market break down, there was a small intermittent pullback of about 5%. Then after that, the market goes back up again. So that's why now we may see some resistance again in the near term. But even if it come down, the range will be less than about 3 to 4%. Yeah. So that is my personal view of the S&P 500. So while this is a relatively, the target is 9%, good figure. But of course, you compare to last year to this year, of course, now we are up by 24% since 2020. So definitely the market is very bullish for now. And obviously the $5.2 trillion does play a part. Yep. Okay, so the only thing that is uncertainty right now is, of course, Federal Reserve Jerome Powell, will he to take his second term? And I tell you this, based on what I'm seeing now, it's very high chance. The only thing that's not able to be able to justify immediately because Jerome Powell is actually a Republican. And of course, the current House now is actually the Democrats. But as I say, there's Jerome Powell has been doing a pretty good job. So I don't think if any sense here, most likely he will not, Joe Biden will likely take him in and continue, right? So of course, the yields are moving up again. I'll talk about the yields in a short while, but definitely this yield is going to be one key note to watch out for the market. Now, S&P 500 pushes higher amid retail sales. Investors focusing too much on inflation. So Santoli is a very good market correspondent. He did a bit of research here and shared with us. say that now majority of the Bank of America fund manager shows that, right, most of the counter now is a bit overweight since 2013, but still there is still potential upside. And the retail sales are pretty nice upside, showing that there could be more buying in the future. And of course, there's a massive inflow of treasury inflation protected securities, which of course shows that people know how to protect themselves, yeah, overall. So look at the yield right now, right? Yield basically went down to below 1.45% about 2 weeks ago, and then dramatically it recovers now, and you can see it's 1.64%. And I'm going to stay firm with my view. I believe that it will go to 1.8% by end of this year, yeah? My view is still the same, 1.8% by December this year, yeah? I'm pretty confident, and I think it will come, all right? So if that happens, what will happen in the equity market? There will be some profit taking, and that is what we kind of suspected that will happen. So now we bring the key point, Warren Buffett. Now, Warren Buffett is Oracle of Omaha, and he is a legendary trader, investor, not a trader. So he has been buying and making loads of money through investment, right? So we all know that's hard fact and figures. But the thing is this, many people didn't know that, right? He has been a net seller of stocks for the past 4 straight quarters. Now, this is not very nice because the whole market is up by 26%. And Warren Buffett didn't buy much. Obviously, and he didn't buy much, right? He only buy his own stock to go make it like, buy back and make some investor happier. But investors are actually not very happy. I saw this video clip whereby a lady actually commented and said, look, Warren Buffett, you said that you will buy index. You think that index is actually a good deal. So why don't you buy index? You have $120 billion of money in the sitting and not doing anything. Of course, to an investor, you are not utilizing the money, hence therefore, right, not happy. But to me itself, right, if this guy is performing and the stock price overall is good, why are you complaining? Why are you complaining, my lady? Is that when I got the video. So of course, from the investor point of view, it's like he should use the money. But if let's say he don't use the money, and then after that, if there's going to be any pullback, then he can use the money at the right time, isn't better. But because he knows Warren Buffett itself back then ever mentioned that he will always want to have $20 billion in cash for usage or liquidity purposes. But this time around, he has $150 billion. It's already 7 times more than his mandate, right? So that basically frustrates people. So this guy called James, okay, he said that it's kind of frustrating that he hasn't seen any value. He said that everybody is making money. Almost you can see, right? Even I saw on CNBC, they interviewed a young boy who used $10,000 to make over $1 million from cryptocurrency. It's a young boy, I think less than 14-year-old, 15-year-old. So isn't that the same replica of what we've seen before any market comes down? So look at it, guys. Since 2020 Q4, Warren Buffett been selling, right? 2.4 billion, 3.9 billion, 1.1 billion, and recently another 2 billion. So as the market is surging, this guy is selling off. So is it because he knows something we don't know? Well, you can see that, right? That's what everybody speculated back in 2020, but the market didn't come down. Then the same thing happened again, it didn't come down. In fact, every time he sells, the market keep on going higher. So the question is it the time to be careful, or is it Warren Buffett now is really off his tangent, is no longer able to predict the market? What do you think? So let's see, all right? Do you think that Warren Buffett is wrong, or is he correct? Now, let me know, guys. Is Warren right or wrong? Okay, key answer right now, guys. Is Warren Buffett right to start to sell stocks away to get more cash, or is he wrong and he should buy more stocks and then make the money because it was 26% on the S&P 500? Seriously, if you had bought Tesla, wow, you would make a lot of money, right? Let's hear the answer. Yeah. Let's. Okay, so I only have Jerry replying. How about the rest, guys? Anthony replying, say that he's conservative and not wrong. Allison say he's right. Okay, so we have only 3 of you, 38 of you guys online right now. What do you think? All right. To me, if you rewind the clock back to 1999, where the NASDAQ was going crazy and he doesn't understand anything, he just returned back the money. All right, and of course, at the time itself, right, you get angry with him. Say, hey, are you crazy? Are you nuts? Whole world making money and you're not buying and making money, right? So it's okay. He doesn't want. And of course, what happened in NASDAQ, it came down so badly that, many people were burned back then in 1999. So the thing is this, he is on a selling streak. He didn't do any deal. He has now $149.2 billion. My God, $149 billion in the bank doing nothing. Okay? He only basically, he didn't do much. In fact, look at it. He basically didn't do anything at all. He only reduced Bangkok. All right, so these are his top counters: Apple, Bank America, American Express, and so forth, right? But you must understand this, he's a very long-term investor, okay? So to copy his homework, you must know it, okay? Now, what have you been selling, right? I'll cover this tomorrow, okay? The list is some of the those things he sell, I didn't prepare today. But there's something I want you to take a look, everybody. Now, focus with me, everybody. Now, this is something interesting, okay? We all know that the S&P 500, the last few months, okay, let me just bring the chart to you, okay? Hold on a minute. Yeah, here we go. Hold on. Now, if you look at the market here, everybody, okay, can you take a look right now, right? Since, okay, let's put it easier, August, okay, August is somewhere near here, August, yeah? August S&P was at 4405. Can you see that? 4405. Today, S&P is 4700. So up by 300 points or about 8%, yeah? About 8%. So the S&P went up by 8%. But you look at it for the Berkshire Hathaway or Berkshire Hathaway, right? For where we are here and where we now here itself, right? The whole stock didn't move at all. It did go up, right? It did go up to a high of 44499, right? It's a very expensive stock, 444,991, okay? 440,000 stock, okay? It did go up, right? But you look at it from where we are here and now where it is right now, you can see that the S&P is up by so much, at least 8%. But in terms of the Berkshire or Berkshire Hathaway, we are actually near the same level. So that's something to take note. Not that looking fine, right? That's one thing. But what is incredible is when I see this pattern. Again, I'm a pattern lover and I see things, I get instantaneous reaction in terms of like, I find something interesting. Now, this is the MA50, which is kind of pretty okay, right? You notice here, and here. Now, these are the three areas that I want to take note, okay? So first of all, it's mid of June, mid of June, early September. You notice that once the market breaks the MA30, right, and if the stock goes down, right, okay, this is what I'm trying to say now, okay? So mid of June and early September, okay? Take note of that, Okay, so now you take note of that. Let me show you something here right now. You see that? I purposely did this, which means mid of June and early September. Do you notice something here as well, my friends? Yes, whenever Berkshire Hathaway, the stock price goes below the 50 MA, right? You can see that the S&P also dropped. You can see that the S&P really dropped. So now we are again near there, right? Because now Berkshire Hathaway, the stock price is going to go nearer to the MA 50 level. So if the stock goes down and goes below the MA 30 level, are we going to say that the history will repeat? And likely the S&P will pull back. What do you think? Yeah, I think so too, no? So that's why I think that these 2-3 days, there is a chance that if Berkshire Hathaway goes down below the 40, goes down below the MA 50 level, again, what level is that? 44, okay, write it down for you, easier for you to remember. 427,000, okay, 42.7. So if Berkshire Hathaway, the stock price go down to below 42.7, that means that there could be some selling and likely the S&P 500 will likely follow through. Can you understand? Yeah. So with that itself, right, how low will it go? I don't know. Maybe the last time we saw it go down by about 5%. Maybe this time around 3%, maybe. So let's say now today the S&P 500 is at 4,700. Yeah. So multiply by 0.3%, sorry. I will get a figure, and that figure is 4559, okay, 4559. Hey, not bad, same to where I predict. Just randomly drawing this. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is this: the S&P 500, there is a possibility for it to drop down to 4559. Okay, it is very possible. All right, so traders kindly take note of that. 4559. Yeah. Okay. What do you think? All right. How many of you think that I will be right? How many of you think that I will be right? How many of you think that my forecast to see S&P hitting 4559 will be correct? Will be traded. Right, what do you think, guys? How many of you think that my forecast to see S&P hitting 4559 will be traded soon? If you think that I am going to be correct, put the word me or yeah, give me a comment. Now, of course, you can say I'm wrong. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that it will. I'm not saying that it will not. It will definitely come down there. But it's just that mathematically, based on what we're seeing now, Berkshire Hathaway, the stock price is moving. Warren Buffett telling the world that I'm not buying, I'm selling. So all this actually does give us a little bit of like a hindsight or foresight that the market itself may go into some profit taking in the near future. Yeah, that is my personal view and how I see this. Yeah, okay, I'm not saying that market will crash. Please, it's not even near a crash. Okay, it's not even near a crash at all. Okay, we are not even near a crash. Okay, guys, so don't kindly take my words out of context. Okay, I just believe that there could be some profit taking in the near term, and the market, if you do the profit taking, well, what will happen likely itself is that the market may drop down to 4559. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me see. Okay. Jerry say I'll be right. Kai say I'll be right. Janet, Keng Hua, thank you. Okay. Wow. Angelina say I could be right. Susan say maybe spoke on again. I hope so. Alison, Kai. Okay. Fred also. Yes, the Fred. That's the thing itself, right? That's the thing here, Fred. That is what I'm going to tell you guys. I'm not calling for sell because I want to be a bear. I'm calling for sell because I want to be a buyer again. So now if we sell right now and the price go down to 4559, that will be a lovely price for us to buy again. You understand? It'll be a lovely time to buy more stocks. Yeah, it'll be a lovely time to buy more stocks. And that will be good. Okay, that will be excellent. So that is the reason why I will love that the price come down to 4559 and then we can buy more again. And this time around, we can buy it for upside all the way to 5,000. Correct or not? I mean, since the whole world called for 5,000, then might as well just predict 5,000. Yeah. So don't need to fight the world. Okay. Oh, okay. Anthony say buying VIX. Yes, indeed. Tonight, I think I'll be looking to get more VIX. Yeah. To protect. Yeah. I'll buy more VIX. Okay, so that is my view for the S&P 500 in the coming time. Now, remember yesterday I shared this. Remember yesterday I shared this? Yeah, I shared this, right? I told you that based on the seasonal pattern itself, in the mid of November, usually there will be a pullback. Now, today is the 17th of November. So again, kind of like, you know, what I'm trying to say, right? If history can repeat itself, then logically speaking, there is a pretty good chance that if this is going to happen, a pullback in the mid of the month, a pullback of this. So again, this will be in line with what I'm saying right now. Don't you think so? So why don't we just try to take a look at this and see whether or not it really happens, okay? So this is something that you can take advantage of this, guys, through this MAO. And I really hope you guys will make good money out of this, yeah? Okay, all right. Like, if you like it, give a thumbs up again. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Like it, give me a click on, or give me all the emoticons and say like, love, shares again. Let me have it again. Let me have all the love, all the likes, all the care. Okay, if you think it's a joke, then all the laugh. Okay, okay, it doesn't matter as long as you guys, you know, do me a favor and make this MAO lovely and lively. Right? It's not easy to talk to you guys without you responding. It's very difficult. So I find it's very amazing for DJs. To do this, okay? All right, thank you once again. Yay, I get to see all the love and likes button coming out. Hey, who put an angry face? Okay, who's angry with me? Oh my goodness. Okay, all right, let's continue, yeah? Yeah, okay, let's go. All right, so we have the numbers right now. Very incredibly, the market is kind of sideways coming down a bit, but the fear and greed index staying there, 80. So for the longest of time now, the market has been staying at 80 for what, 2 weeks already? And the number haven't changed much. The number is still staying at 82. Okay, So to me itself, right, the market is at a high and it's coming down, and yet your number is 82. So I kind of like this. So that's why buying more VIX later on makes a lot of sense. Yeah, buying some VIX later makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right. The chart shows me that downside looks much more certain. Yeah. Okay, so with that itself, let's look at the chart. The bull goes bull, the bear goes drew, and the flamingo. It could be different this time, and I don't think it will be different this time. So traders, be very careful, yeah? Okay, so let's look at China first. Now, China is down. China is down. Now, this morning, China was up. That's why we make some money on the Hang Seng. But now China have reversed course. And the crazy part is this. Everybody, take a look at the chart right now. Look at it, my friends. Take a look. Now, the MA30 itself was about 15,680 yesterday. And the market hit the level perfectly and caused the market to close lower. Now, today it is really trading lower, right? So today the MA30 is even lower right now. The MA30 is even lower. It's at 15,660, okay? But what is crazy is now the market earlier was above MLP. Now it's lost the MLP. Now, this is a very classic sell. MLP, as you know, right? If it were MLP on the chart, if the market breaks up, it's a buy. If it breaks down, it's a sell. This one is quite clear. Now, if the MLP is like this, it breaks up and then come down. Wow, this is a very heavy sell. Vice versa, if the market, right, it's the other way around. If the market comes down and recover, it's a very good buy, right? So, got an idea now? So, this is a sell signal, guys. This is a sell signal, and this is not nice. So that means that it's a very good chance China A50 may be coming down to 15,328, okay? Now we are at 15,510. So for it to drop down, you need to drop another 200 points or so. What do you think? It is very possible. And of course, if the market, Shanghai market do drop by 200 points, then Hong Kong will drop by at least 200 points, and US market, 100 points maybe? All right, so let's just see what will happen over the course of next 2 days. Yeah, very important. Okay, so let's look at the general market right now in terms of the entire movement. Look at the US, let Hong Kong first, Hong Kong. Now, Hong Kong this morning was supposed to be an up day, but the opening price, as you can see on your screen right now, right, on your screen shows that the opening price is actually below pivot 2. Now, below pivot 2 is a sell, okay? So, but the KSI is a green, and it's a KSI green as an uptick. So, of course, there will be some buying momentum. But what was crazy enough was that when the market went up, right, the day high of the day is 25,632, which actually the pivot 2 is 25,631. My God, the market actually hit the pivot 2, stopped there, rejected, and come back down. Wow. So again, that shows how crazy is our system. Imagine that this morning I can tell people, I'm in Singapore, and I tell people, someone in Hong Kong, I say, look, I have a figure for you, 25,631. And at the time Hong Kong was trading at 25,550. And then what happened? After that, the market came down first. It hit the MLP beautifully. MLP 25,476. The market hit the MLP 3 times over about 25 minutes. We know that's a cue for buying. And instantly it went all the way up. But the crazy part is that it hit the pivot 1, it stopped there. It stopped there, pivot 2, sorry. It stopped there and come back down again. Oh my God. Look at it, guys. This is crazy. All this MLP, all the pivots, all the KTRs are all computer system, calculation. And yet we are having it. We are actually having this system right now, right in our hand. Do you know that how much money you can really use on to make, as long as you know what to do with these charts here? How crazy can this be? Really, right? Look at MLP. Look at the way it stopped there, all the technical point. So my view is this. Now, today, the day chart KSI is green and it's uptick, right? So the market, if it stays above OP, is kind of expected. But of course, if let's say the Chinese market really falls, as what I told you, right? Most likely we'll see again, it will retest MLP again. Now, this morning, during my Hang Seng sharing session, I shared with the students, I said that for Hong Kong, we need to watch out because the market KSI is still green, so the bullishness is still there. And Hong Kong yesterday already hit my 1x1 target, right? 25,627 already given. So unless there's no more new BNB, though the market, if it's pulled back, this MA30, which is the 25,000 321 will be a very critical level. But of course, MLP is a daily fluctuation. So this one is day-to-day basis. But MA30 today is 25,321. As long as Hang Seng stays above MA30, it's still relatively safe. While if the market really loses the MA30, then the selling could be really drastic, okay? So I don't think it will happen. I still think that the market will test the MA30 first, then maybe we look at it again, yeah? Okay, we will not jump into a conclusion right now. Maybe the market is still going to go up higher. Who knows, yeah? Okay, that's Hong Kong. So let's look at the US Dow Jones right now. The US Dow Jones. Now this morning, we have the market down, okay? We have down, the market is down, right? So this morning, we have a new BMB and the target is 36,610 on the upside. The downside is 35,737 for the downside. Now we have MA30 on top, we have MLP today, and now we are now trading below MLP. MLP is 36,134 and the current price 36,114. So if the market loses P2, which is 36,094, the level I mentioned, if it loses 36,094, I believe that it will go down. It will bring the market down to 35,921. But the KSI is green, but it's a downtick. So that means the buying may not be as strong as uptick. So it's still a buying day if it stands a buy signal. If not, if it loses pivot 2, it will likely be going down to this point here, which I suspect is 35,921. Yeah. So traders, watch out for these key numbers. Okay. Now, NASDAQ is okay. NASDAQ is still firming above MLP. NASDAQ is above MA30, MA200, so there's no reason for concern. NASDAQ have a KSI jump, so again, that shows the bullishness over here. Now, if there's going to be any profit taking, the first level you must test is the 16,250. So as long as the market stays above 16,250, there's no room to panic, yeah? Now, S&P 500, I told you about my view earlier result of S&P 500 and the calculation. Now, MLP is there at 46.96, and where we are now, very nearby. Only if the market loses MLP, it has to stabilize at the P2 is 46.75. Only if it fails, then it's going to get drastic, and that will go down to 46.30 level. But of course, to go to all these levels itself, let's just go with the first one, MLP first. If the market hit MLP and recover, right, who knows? All right, it may go back up to new all-time high again, yeah? So all these is possible. You just have to take note of the numbers, and the time being now, there's no real concern, yeah? No real concern. Okay, so we have S&P, Dow Jones, and Nasdaq done. Let's look at DAX. Now, DAX is not open yet, but this yesterday I told you DAX will go higher, and DAX really did. DAX yesterday went above MLP, went above pivot 1, pivot 2, all of them higher. That's why DAX went higher, and that pushes all the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 and Nasdaq higher, okay? Now, for DAX, we are at no man's land right now at a historical high, so there's nothing much I can comment on this. All I can say is this, the KSI is a green, but it's down tick. KSI green, but down tick. The day before was a KSI jump, that's why the buying came in, and that's why market went up. So for this one now, for DAX, just go slow, okay? Can't comment much until the market opens, yeah? Okay, how about Nikkei? Now, Nikkei is beautiful. Nikkei went all the way up. It misses my one-time one, just a couple of points, and now it pulled back, right? Now, why it pulled back? Because you can answer this. Look at it. The KSI from green turns to red. It's a sell. And today, the opening price is already below P2, right? 29,845. So below OP, below P2 is always a sell. And of course, when you break MLP, 29,749, it confirmed the double sell. So break MLP below P2, confirm sell, and that's why you see it's happening. Now, how low can Nikkei go? My target is 29,340. All right, my target is 29,340, and I believe that Nikkei will go there. Yeah. So traders, you can aim here yourself, 29,340. Where we are now, we are about 680. So we're about 300 plus points to reach there. Yeah. So watch out for this 29,340 level. Okay, so we have the DK done, the DAX done. Now look at the gold prices, commodity. Now gold itself most likely will be going down if it breaks OP today. Now today's OP is 1849, 1849. Now opening price of gold is actually below pivot 2, 1857. So if gold later on goes below 1849, it will be below OP, below P2, it will be a sell. KSI is green, but it's down tick. Blue bars in there. That's why you see initial upside. But MLP is 1856, and the market just now went at 1855 and pulled back down. So that means that the market can't even go to MLP. So if the market, if it breaks below 1849, it will drop. And the target I give is 1822, because that is the 1x1. Yeah. So that is pretty decent, $30 profit. So traders, watch out for this. If the market breaks 1849, likely we'll see 1822 done. Yeah. So traders, please watch out for this. Okay. Very, very important. Okay. All right. Very, very important. Yeah. How about silver? Silver. There you go. Now, silver has also a new BNB, and silver also today opening price is below the pivot 2. So as long as it stays below pivot 2, it will be a sell. But now silver has recollected itself and trading near towards the pivot 2, right? So very simple. If market goes down for gold, silver will come down. The level to watch out for is these two levels, MA30 and MA200 level. So one is the MA200 is higher, $24.67. The MA30 is lower, 24.29. So the KSI is green and it's down tick, so which means that the selling pressure is there, but the blue bar is not there. So it's a bit confused here yourself. So which means that if let's say the silver come down, the downside is about here already, $24 already. That's a pretty good level. And of course, based on the BNB, if it goes higher, this time around, it could go to $26, okay? So if we go to $26, I'm sure a lot of people will capture your attention, and people will have to, look at silver rather closely. Yeah. Okay, done silver. Let's look at crude oil. Okay, crude oil. Now, crude oil also got a BNB. Look at it, it's a BNB, and crude oil has came down. It has came down, and it could be going down lower. The target for crude oil will be $75.90, because that is the BNB minus 1x1 level. All right. So if the market goes down, it should go to $75.90. Now, today, market also opened below P2, right? So today, below OP is a sell. So today, for crude oil, if we stay below OP, we should aim at $75.90. Yeah. That is the downside. Okay. Okay, yeah. So that is for you. That is this silver for you. Watch out. All right. So we're done with silver. We're done with gold. We're done crude oil. And now let's look at the Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin is trading at 59,000 right now, and I told you Bitcoin will go down lower. I repeat, Bitcoin should be able to go down to 56,500 level. Yeah, because that is the 1x1 level, the minus 1x1. So if anyone want to short Bitcoin, you can try to aim at 56,650 level. Yeah, okay, 650. Yeah, 545. Okay, my 550. Okay, 56,550. And traders, watch out for that. And now is P1 is here. The market opens above P1, should go higher, right? But now it's trading below P1. So that means that the buying interest, the buying is now going to be there. There would be follow-through selling, because as usual. So that's why to hit 56,000, I think it's kind of positive, right? Possible, right? Of course, the KCX already had to blink, yeah? KCX has blink, so which means that in the near term, we're going to go KCX trades again, yeah? Okay, so let's look at the Ethereum. Now, Ethereum also down. I tell you, Ethereum go down to 4,000, and it's really happening. Ethereum was at 4,800 when I was informed, and people asked me, Cal, can we buy? I say, no. And I tell you the reason why, because this guy's a BNB, and this guy, when you break BNB, is like this. So we know that the downside will bring lower, and truth be told, all these technical is given, right? But that doesn't mean that it wouldn't go lower. If the Bitcoin do plunge later, as I said earlier, there is a good chance for Ethereum to go down. So the two level watch out for is 39.78. If not itself, right, it'll be all the way down next figure, and that's 38.07. Yeah. So either these two numbers, 39.78 or 38.07. Yeah. So that's my view on this Ethereum. Okay, guys. So everything is pretty clear, pretty all right. So Ethereum, I look at it to go down, even though I'm a fan of Ethereum, but I think that we look at the whole market prospectively. So if the market cannot continue this upside, right, a pullback is good because that allows new people to come in again. That's how it works out for the financial market. Okay, so remember what Warren Buffett had done. Remember what is the seasonal pattern for today's and tomorrow Dow Jones. I hope you guys have profited or will profit from the market. Okay, till then again, this is end of the MAO. Have a great day. This is Cal signing off. Hope you like it. Thanks a lot, guys, for all your contribution. Let's hope things happen. Bye-bye. Peace.